Okay, good morning and welcome to another Clayton County Library virtual program. Today we have Miss Camille Watson, a chronic disease coordinator with the Clayton County Health District. Miss Watson will be speaking to our youngsters about what COVID is and how to stay safe. Welcome, Miss Watson.
Thank you, and welcome everyone. Today I'm going to talk about germs, and we're going to talk a little bit about some things that I'm sure you've all heard about, which is COVID. So we're going to talk about germs and how to stay germ free, okay? And at the end, if you all have any questions, then I'm going to answer them for you, okay? We ready? All right, so be germ free. This is about keeping families safe from germs that can make us sick. Next. So, have you ever wondered? Next. So, this is just a picture of germs. So, look, this is just what they look like. Next. So, you may be wondering, how do germs get into our bodies? Well, they get into our bodies through our nose, through our eyes, and broken skin. Next. So that's just a picture of the germs. You see how it gets into our bodies through our nose, our mouth, and broken skin. Next. So remember I said that they are small and sneaky, and you cannot see them, and they can attack people, plants, and even animals. Next. There are lots of different types of germs, such as bacteria and viruses. Next. So, what is COVID-19? You've probably heard about it on the news or your family talking about COVID-19. COVID-19 is a type of germ known as a virus. When we are around people with COVID-19, we can get sick. Next. Next. So, how do I know if I have COVID-19? Well, some of the symptoms are fever, cough, or diarrhea. Other symptoms next include you may have a headache, you may be super tired, or a lot of people say they lose their sense of taste and smell, so you won't be able to smell your favorite food. Next. Some people with COVID-19 have no symptoms, so they don't have a headache, they don't have diarrhea, but even though they have no symptoms, they can still pass the virus to others. When you have been around someone with COVID-19 and you're not sick, you should go into quarantine. Next. So, what does quarantine mean? Quarantine means staying at home or in one location for 14 days. It's important to quarantine because it helps to prevent the spread of the virus to others. Next. Next. See, that's just you staying at home when you have to be in quarantine. Next. All right, so during quarantine, you should limit contact with your friends and family. That means just staying at home as much as you can and don't interact with your friends and family. And you do that for 14 days. Remember, you're not sick when you're in quarantine, but you're watching for signs of sickness. Next. Some people have to go in what's known as isolation. So, what is isolation? It is staying at home because you are sick with COVID-19. And staying isolation means prevent passing the virus or transmitting the virus to your friends and family. Isolation should last about 10 days or longer if you remain sick. Next. So always tell your teacher or family if you are sick. Okay? Next. How to stay germ free. Prevention. Wear a mask when you're talking to others. Stay 6 feet away from your friends and family. And always wash your hands. Okay? So, next. So, you should wash your hands with soap and water. And you should wash your hands for 20 seconds. And that's like singing happy birthday to you maybe 2 times. And that should be about 20 seconds. So what if you cannot wash your hands? Well, it's good if you use hand sanitizer if there's no soap and water. Next. So see that you're washing your hands and the germs are running away. Next. When should you wash your hands? You should wash your hands before, during, or after touching food. Wash your hands before eating snacks and other foods, and always wash your hands after using the toilet. Next. Okay, next. Um, Also, always wash your hands after blowing your nose, after coughing and sneezing. Next. You should also wash your hands after touching or playing with an animal or your pet, after you feed an animal, or after cleaning up after your animal. Next. Next. So how should I sneeze? Well, if you can, always sneeze in your elbow. How else should I sneeze? Next. Use a tissue, please. So always try to sneeze in your elbow, and if possible, use a tissue. Next. So remember, be germ-free. Always wash your hands for 20 seconds and wash it often. Stay 6 feet away from others and wear a mask. Next. And the most important thing you can do is wash your hands. All right, so do I have any questions? Okay. All right. So I know this was pretty fast, but it's just important to remember, stay 6 feet away from others, wear a mask if you can, and always wash your hands, okay? And Miss Dana or Miss Kimberly, if you all have any questions, I'm sure you can send it to them and they'll let me know and I'll be happy to answer.
Okay, thank you, Miss Camille, for that. And I hope, boys and girls, that you have learned something from this presentation today. And remember to always wash your hands and stay safe and tell someone when you're sick. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.